Hi, my name is Karen, and I'm a student at the Chick Corea Academy. And to be honest, it's been more value to me in just the 5 weeks that I've attended. I think it may have been going for 6 weeks, but I've attended 5 of them. And it's been more value to me than my degree in music theory from the University of Kansas. I don't mean to say I didn't get value from my piano teacher and my cello teacher, but nothing gave me application the way this does. And I personally think that it's a groundbreaking moment. It's a vanguard moment in music history, because we didn't get to go to Beethoven and say, hey Ludwig, how do you think about this, or how do you think about that? And I'm just astonished by how we're invited into his innermost processes, and he gives us the joy of practicing, right? You watch him, like when he was with Stanley Clarke and they were talking about rhythmic displacement, so that you can practice in a different way that disconnects you. It's not just your hands, but now it's your brain. Separation out, independence between the brain and the hands. And to see him enjoying practicing. I remember practicing when I was doing Hanon. I'm a classical pianist, and I was a concert pianist, and I played 5 years cello in the symphony. And so I came to jazz from a classical background. And of course, all my classical friends looked down on me for embracing jazz. Then all my jazz friends looked down on me for embracing everything else I did, because I had to make a living, so I did everything. But, you'd be playing... And you'd be playing like that, and my eye was taught to practice. And so that was a kind of rhythmic displacement, but the way they were doing it was very challenging mentally, and it was fun to watch Chick, because he was enjoying himself. He was enjoying practicing, and it's not a chore, guys. It's like so much fun. A few things that I learned from him. One was because I'm kind of locked up from my classical training, I've never been a really good jazz improviser. I can play... I can play jazzy. I can play jazzy, but to improvise is beyond my abilities. At least with my fingers. With my voice, yeah, I like to scat sing, so that's where my improvisation comes in. So when he said, somebody was asking about the chords and what scales does he think of over what chords, and he said, well, why don't you divorce your linear improv from the chords and play what you think sounds nice? Whoa, that was absolutely stunning to me. Play what you think sounds good. Yeah. And then another thing that was really important for me was watching his hands, because as a jazz player, I'm playing, always been trying to play jazz lines, but I play too legato. And when I watched his hands, I realized he was going like a detached, very light, detached playing. It's not staccato, but... And all of a sudden, my playing sounded like jazz. And I met Chick through my collaborator, Billy Trageser, Billy T. Back in the day, we had a jazz fusion band, and Chick was kind enough in 1975 to write the liner notes for our first ever record album, Jazz Visit to the World of Disney. And even though I didn't meet Chick, Billy was one of his premier students, just a beautiful pianist, a la Chick. He was a Chick wannabe, you might say, a wannabe, and he was brilliant. And so in our group, I didn't play too much, I sang. And but Chick was a mentor to him, and did us a huge kindness, because with his name on our album, it meant that we had some credibility in the community, in the jazz community, And I did once get to meet him back in '76 or so, but we haven't been buddies. But right now, I feel like Chick is my friend. I can call up every Sunday or every Saturday, whenever it is, and ask my questions. And I can ask him anything. I can ask him anything. And he's so generous. He's so generous with his giving of his insights that I just feel like he's a friend to all of us. That's my viewpoint, is that this is the rarest of opportunities to be friends with a legend. How is that even possible? Oh my gosh, I'm really, really excited to be here. And as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of the Academy. I think it's historic. I think it's a moment in musical history where students have the opportunity to study with the greatest of great masters. So, do I love the Academy? Yes. Do I love Chick? Yes. Do I love jazz? Yes. Oh. Moi.